All right. Nothing much going on. They're challenging this. Brandon Cooks was clearly down. It's clearly down. So that's a bad challenge off the bat from Brian Dable. But as we know, this is going to be a good old fashioned beatdown. It may not look like 40 to nothing, but the Giants are winning this game with Tommy DeVito in the game. Uh, and Leonard Williams now gone. And just stated this team, they're not winning this game with the quarterback play that we're going to get. And it just is what it is at this point. So this is just going to be a tank job. Now I'm trying to figure out why my second monitor isn't working. This is why it's a little bit delayed, but maybe I just have to try to figure this part of it out. Let's see. It's always something. But yeah, they will definitely wasted that challenge. There was no reason to use it. And there goes my camera. Let me know if you all are still able to hear me. Having some camera issues, but see if this fixes it. All right, so at least I'm back on here, but for some reason my second screen isn't working. So that's fine. So if I'm looking down, it's because I'm looking at my laptop. And the sound is probably coming in through too. So I'll turn that down. But other than that, how are you all feeling about this game and about the rest of this season? It's just how are you all feeling? Because at this point, I mean, I really can't get excited for any individual games this season. I mean, the only thing I can kind of get excited about is Kayvon Thibodeau getting 10 sacks this year. But other than that, there's really not much to look forward to. I mean, we're just looking kind of forward to the draft. The defense has been playing really well, like, I mean, the last month. But then last week, they just came back down to earth. Um, who knows? Even if we get good defensive performance, I just can't see us putting up 10 points a game with Tommy DeVito in the game when, Tyrod and Daniel Jones weren't able to put up 15. Oh, man. Just awful stuff. Anyway, Tony Pollard in motion. Dak Prescott's empty. He's throwing this. And Deontay Banks had perfect coverage almost. And that kind of just threaded the needle right there on CeeDee Lamb. Yeah, it is a punishment. That's what it seems like. Like, what are we going to get from this? I mean, I guess some guys are going to get some experience. The defense, I mean, defense is the defense. They're gonna just be able to compete like normal. But the offense, and we'll see when they get out there. But the offense is just a joke at this point. Look at McKinney came down, shut down that play right there. So this will make this a 2nd and 9 coming up for Dallas after a 1-yard carry from Pollard. I mean, Deontay Banks has been playing this way pretty much all year long. I mean, he just hasn't been targeted in the times that he's gotten beat. So I'm not really worried. I just think he's just taking his lumps. I mean, he's been basically playing cornerback 1. So I'm not worried. I think he's overall being a decent cornerback, and that's all you really want from a rookie cornerback. Dak taking a shot, and CeeDee Lamb is stunting. CeeDee Lamb is just stunting on Deontay Banks. As I just gave him a compliment, and there's a flag too. Let's see. Let's see. Yep. Yeah, Deontay Banks is getting stunted on right there. But yeah, he's got to, I mean, you're in position right there. You just got to do a better job. And I mean, that's a ticky tack kind of call. It's a ticky tack foul right there, but either way, he caught it. How about the Browns beating the Ravens? I mean, the Browns never surprise me when they beat anybody. That defense is serious. Okay. Pitch to what's his name? And what's his name is going to get 3 yards. Cowboys already firmly in field goal range. I just want to see if our defense can battle it out with this team. It doesn't look like it so far, but I want to see if they can battle it out because that's the only thing we can really look forward to because, I mean, Tommy DeVito being out there quarterback is a joke. Unless we see Matt Barkley run out there instead of DeVito, I mean, it's a joke. Like, we're not trying to win if we throw Tommy DeVito out there. CeeDee Lamb one-on-one against Deonte Banks again. Pitch to, oh my God, Jahad Ward just basically gave up a touchdown almost. Jahad Ward did a terrible job containing that edge. He went way too far out. And, I mean, they just say like, oh, one bad play doesn't change. I mean, it does because Jahad Ward did a horrible job in the open field on that running back, who I refuse to learn his name. I mean, Dowdle, really? That's not even a real person. Not a real person. All right, first and goal. Hand off to Pollard. Going to take that down to the 1. No resistance from this Giants defense so far. And again, like, what's going on with my display? Like, why? My entire, like, monitor, it just isn't, it's just not showing anything. Just the best right there. Second and goal. CeeDee Lamb in motion. He's wide open for a touchdown. Pinnock did a great job right there. Pinnock did a great job closing the gap right there because CeeDee Lamb was in motion. It was one of those red zone plays where you got a guy running across the field, and it's pretty much usually a walk-in touchdown. But Pinnock just kind of followed him down the field, closed the distance, and basically gave up no yards. So nice play by Pinnock. But you got to keep him out here, too. Third and goal for Dallas. They got 3 wide. Tony Pollard in the backfield. Let's see. Dak has time. Dak is taking a shot. And there's pass interference, blatant by McKinney, but they don't throw a flag. So I'll take it. Kick a field goal. Better than 40-0. This is a better start than 40-0. But the Giants most certainly have to be tanking. I mean, they got to be. I'm thinking that maybe a cord is loose or something. Like maybe they're going for it on 4th and goal here. I don't understand why they want to do that. I mean, you're going to win the game. No point in giving a team that clearly has no chance beating you any shot. And they're running this, and he's not getting in. That was a very stupid decision by Mike McCarthy. Why go for it on 4th and goal right there when you could just kick the field goal and go up easy against a lesser opponent? You're just giving the team confidence. And I'm trying to fix my display. But that was just a dumb decision. Jaden Daniels, I mean, is the best player in college football right now. Best player in college football. I'm not going to say he's the best prospect at quarterback. I still think that's Caleb Williams and Drake May. I've liked Penix above Jaden Daniels for the most part as a prospect, but Jaden Daniels is a little bit younger. Doesn't have that injury history that Penix has. So yeah, I mean, Jaden Daniels is rising up draft boards. He could be a guy. I mean, I'm an LSU fan, and I just didn't believe in Jaden Daniels until probably 2 or 3 weeks ago as an NFL starter. But it seems like he's balling. 234 yards rushing, 350 yards passing. I mean, big game. And he's been doing it like every week, and he's hitting on those deep balls. So he could be a guy, but it's just something about it that just makes me think like he's not that guy. And I'm just thinking about it. Like when he came over to LSU from Arizona State, and I was like, Jaden Daniels is going to be a monster. the people from Arizona State were like, Jaden Daniels is a joke. He's not going to do anything for you all, but it seems like he has. Seems like he has. Yeah, ASU fans hated Jaden Daniels. I mean, they were like, this dude is. Yeah, they were wrong. Completely wrong. This is really interesting stuff. Like, my monitor has USB inputs, and it has USB inputs, and I plug things into my monitor, and those things are working through those USB inputs, but the monitor isn't on. But when I press the power button on the monitor, all of those things went off. Like you saw my camera turn off. So I think my monitor might be broken, but that's cool. They'll just have to send me another one. That was a bad decision by Dallas right there, but it's not like the Giants would go down the field and make them pay from that. Like, come on. You give the Giants the ball at the 1 inch yard line with Tommy DeVito. I mean, come on. Saquon barely stayed out of the end zone right there. Like he was like this far away from the end zone. Barely. Like he had to fight for his life for that not to be a safety. So I mean, you might as well go fullback dive, quarterback sneak, because there is no way that you're going to be able to establish the line of scrimmage against this Cowboys defensive line this deep when they know you're going to you got to run a sneak or a fullback dive or put a fullback in the backfield. Why are you turning around and handing the ball off? Why are you turning around and handing the ball off? Like, I just don't think that makes any sense. Like, they're just firing off like this. You're at the 1 inch yard line. Like, this. Come on now. So the Giants here on 3rd and 10 after 2 straight runs where they basically have just tried their best not to go backwards and get a safety. I mean, don't give them free points. Come on now. DeVito is going to give us 4 yards. So Dallas is, I mean, wasn't that big of a risk because it's not like I said, it's not like we're going to score off of that turnover, but they could have 3, and that same 3 and out that just happened will be have the chance to go up 10-0. And they got Deuce Vaughn back there. Looks like Dallas is sending the house after Jamie Gillen. And Gillen is going to boot it. Looks like a decent punt, but it's not. And he'll get a lucky bounce. Still bouncing. Still bouncing. And Dallas will get this ball at the 45, around the 45-yard line. But yeah, Penix, I mean, that dude is a beast. He's just a little old, and he's had too many injuries for me. But if the injuries didn't happen, I would just be completely excited. I'd be excited to draft that dude. But you got a lot of good options. You got Jaden Daniels, as we just mentioned. I think Quinn Ewers is a good player, but he just got hurt. So it depends what you think of him. Also, he's got he's got a rocket arm. Of course, you got Drake May and Caleb Williams. Who else do you have? I can't. Who else do you have? I mean, people like Cam Ward. I'm not really a Cam Ward fan. But those are the guys that I look to. Caleb Williams, Drake May, Penix, Jaden Daniels, Quinn Ewers. And that's pretty much it for me. I mean, all those other guys, I'm not really. I just don't think are going to be franchise quarterbacks, and there's no point in wasting time on them. Jordan Travis, I mean, like I said, I think maybe he could be a starter, but I just don't see it. I just don't see it for some reason. Just for some reason, I just don't see it playing out that way. The Bengals lost to the Texans. How did that happen? I mean, come on now. I mean, I know the rookie is balling, but I mean the Texans can't afford that loss. They could not afford that loss. 30-27. Joe Burrow, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Yeah, that's not good enough, man. You got to do better than that. Jamar Chase went over 100. Taj Boyd went over 100. That's not good. You got to handle the Texans. I know they're playing well, but CJ Stroud threw an interception today too, so that's rare. I think that's like his second or third interception this year. 1st and 10 for Dallas. Turn around and play action, and he's gonna hit the tight end and he's gonna drop the ball. So that tight end for them has been, I mean, the tight end position for Dallas has been a huge disappointment. That was Shoemaker who just dropped that pass. Um, who's their other guy? Their other guy just has one of those other names. Let's see if I can see a tight end. There's no tight end out there. But both of their tight ends have kind of been a disappointment. If they have been getting any production from that position, I mean, that would be like an A-plus offense. Pitch. Look at Kayvon Thibodeau set the edge on that pitch right there. That is beastly. That was beastly. Kayvon Thibodeau set that edge like a monster. Only thing is he didn't maintain it and ended up getting like 2 yards. But either way, he set that edge. He got pushed back a little bit as he was doing it, but he really stopped that run. 3rd and 8 coming up for Dallas. The defense still looks like they can be really good. I mean, I really feel like we have the bare bones of a really good defense. 3rd and 8 here. And that's another overthrown. And that's Jake Ferguson was the other tight end. Isaiah Simmons in coverage. I want to bring Isaiah Simmons back. I think he's a good piece right there. He's been doing a decent job for us. He's not the star that everyone thought he'd be coming out, but he's been doing a decent job. I like what we're seeing from the defense overall. And I think that we have a ton of building blocks that are there for us. So the defense, just continue to supplement it, get you some edge rushers, get a new 3-tech to replace Leonard Williams. And they're going to punt this, and the Giants are going to have the ball inside their own 10-yard line again. Even if the defense forces a 3-and-out, I mean, with field position that good, they can just cough and corner it. And they put us inside the 10 again, except this time we're probably going to actually be able to run some semblance of a playbook. Because, I mean, last time we just had to try to get out of the end zone. And when you don't have talent there, you're not going to do anything creative. And it just seemed like Tommy DeVito was like really slow handing the ball off. But I just have no idea why my monitor decided to stop working today. I'm usually looking at that and I have something else up, and then this is the same monitor I use for work, so obviously that'll be annoying if I don't have a monitor to use for work. But yeah, I mean, this is just a tankathon coming up. I mean, I'm sure some people are still rooting. Yeah, so I mean, I'm just going off of vibes. I just thought I'd pop on here and hang out for a little while. And if the vibes just get too bad, where I'm just like, this is just torture watching it. I'm gonna turn it off. I'm not gonna turn it off. Probably. I mean, I'll probably still watch just so I can keep track of at least what's going on defense. But I mean, I'm not gonna sit up and try to stream it and try to make it entertaining because it just gets to the point where it's not really entertaining. And I'm not the type of guy that's gonna like. I'm not gonna force. I'm not gonna force things. Like I mean, the only way I'd be able to probably make it entertaining is like fake ranting, but like I don't have anger at this point. It just is what it is. What do you expect from Tommy DeVito? What do you expect from Tommy DeVito? What do you expect from this offense? I mean, when you don't have a quarterback, it just doesn't matter. But maybe Tommy DeVito will go out there and shut me up. Maybe he's a decent backup all of a sudden, and he's going to take us down the field and we'll score a touchdown. But I just can't see that happening. And now my TV signal is playing around. I just really wish that Sunday Ticket just allowed me to just watch every single game because whenever I try to use an antenna, there's just always an issue. And I'm not buying cable. So you just have to keep getting YouTube TV subscriptions. All right, DeVito's going to hand it off. Saquon has nowhere to go once again. Going to get a yard, half a yard there. And the Giants will have this on a 2nd and 9.5. It's going to say 2nd and 9, but it's really a 2nd 9.5. But yeah, I mean, like, what's the point of selling antennas for these TVs if they just don't work? It's just a lot easier to just turn on Sunday Ticket, but since they're showing it on most TVs, it's not on Sunday Ticket. 2nd and 9 coming up. Hand off to Saquon again. Saquon's going nowhere. He's losing 5 or 6 yards. I mean, who cares about what DeVito's doing? And someone's on the ground. Andrew Thomas is on the ground. Okay, bubble wrap him up for the season. What is that? What's going on? I can't. My TV is all fuzzy, and I don't know what's going on. Give me a sec so I can try to fix this antenna. All right, so my TV completely went haywire, and now it's doing it again after I fixed it. But it looks like Andrew Thomas is seriously hurt. He was doing this on the ground, like doing this on the ground for like 30 seconds. So obviously he's hurt. My TV is for some reason all of a sudden had a perfect signal. All of a sudden the signal is different. Maybe a plane flew by, maybe the clouds blew by, but all of a sudden the signal is different. So what I have to do now is go on to YouTube TV and make another dummy account. Just so I can watch regular TV. Like just so you can watch regular TV, this is what you got to do. Luckily, I have like 5 or 6 Gmail accounts. I mean, just literally, this is all just a big joke. The Giants, the NFL, and the way that they sort these games out to where and then for Andrew Thomas to be hurt, man, like it's crazy. All right. YouTube TV. Now let's cast this. And like this is how easy it is to set up a YouTube TV subscription and, and just make it do it. Like it. Anyway, looks like I said Andrew Thomas is hurt. I don't know how badly because my TV for some reason was lagging. Andrew Thomas is in the tent. DeVito is back out there. Who's back at left tackle? Who knows? Justin Pugh is at left tackle now. Bredeson's back in. 3rd and 12 coming up. Tyree Phillips is in there. What a joke. I feel like that's the NFC East curse, though, because every single good NFC East tackle gets hurt. Like, they all just started getting hurt as soon as they got paid, like, every week. Every week they get hurt. Jason Peters, the last, 8 years of his career, he got hurt almost every week. Same thing with Trent Williams. He was, always hurt. Same thing with Tyron Smith, always hurt. So that's just an honor. And it is just amazing to me. It is amazing to me that the Cowboys don't have any points on the board. Can you believe that? Can you believe that the Cowboys and the Giants offense being this the Giants offense is lucky if I'll be surprised if they get 150 yards today. But do you realize that the Cowboys don't have any points on the board? I mean, they have no points on the board. All right, let's see some football here. Deontay Banks manned up on CeeDee Lamb again. Play action Dak. Jake Ferguson wide open. Cordell Flack got lost in the zone right there. Remember we came into this season though, and say what you want about Daniel Jones. I'm all for getting the next guy, but the guys we said we could not afford to lose this season were Andrew Thomas, Daniel Jones, Saquon Barkley. We said we needed Evan Neal to step up. We said we needed Azeez Ojulari to stay healthy. None of these things have happened. Look at Dak taking a shot and no one's there. But every single thing that we said that would ruin our season, that it all happened. We better get a quarterback. There's going to be a quarterback that's worth taking as you got Marvin Harrison Jr. is on the field. But the other guy I didn't mention was J.J. McCarthy. I'd take him top 10. Some people don't. Some people wouldn't, but I'd take him top 10. Maybe not at 2 or 3, but I'd take him top 10. Handoff to Pollard. Pollard's got nowhere to go, but he somehow knifes through the offensive line and picks up about 4 yards. And Jalen Tolbert from the Cowboys is limping off the field. Looks like he got hurt right there. What does Tony Pollard wear on his neck? Is he wearing a half neck? I mean, what is he wearing? I always noticed that, but I've never paid it. I think is that tape? I can't tell. But who is that in the slot? Brandon Cooks in the slot. CeeDee Lamb manned up 1-on-1 at the bottom of your screen. Dak is going to immediately take a look, and he's going to take off and run. And Bobby Okereke almost ran him down out of bounds, but Dak is just going to pick up that first down pretty easily. Holding on the offense. That's the thing about YouTube TV is I'm a little bit far behind, but at least I'm not lagging. Holding on the defense. I thought it was holding on the offense. So who's holding? Bobby Okereke is, I mean, he's a good player. All right, Cowboys are in business at the 14-yard line. Second time they've been in the red zone. CeeDee Lamb had all of the traffic in the world around him, and nobody was able to tackle him. It was just a play that looked like it was getting blown up all day, but no one tackled him. So your Cowboys go up 7-0 here. Fake handoff to Pollard. Fake run fake from the offensive line to Pollard. And then a pitch off to CeeDee Lamb. And because Cordell Flott and Nick McLeod weren't able to get a hand on him, he scored. Andrew Thomas has a knee injury. Yeah, he's done for the season, most likely. The way he took that long to get up, he's done for the season. So we'll see Andrew Thomas next year. We'll see him next year. I was worried about him getting happen. I mean, I was worried about him getting hurt this season. I mean, in a lost season, I almost was like bench Andrew Thomas the rest of the year, but that's what happened. At least maybe he'll be fresh and ready to go week 1 next year. But, I mean, that stinks. I mean, you never want to see a dude get hurt. CJ Stroud, another 350 yards. Yeah, I mean, whether Andrew Thomas tore his ACL or not, he should just be on IR. He said they ain't gonna do nothing but pay attention to Saquon. Our quarterback can throw. Absolutely, yeah, man. I mean, it is very, very unfortunate what we have to go out here and see every week, and this is for years. Like our offense has not averaged a respectable amount of points in years. Like in years. Let's look at this, folks. 2023, the Giants are averaging 11.2 points a game, and that is probably going to go down. 2022, they were averaging 21 points a game, 15 a game in 2021, 17 a game in 2020, 21 a game in 2019, 23 a game in 2018, the year where Eli had his last full season. The year before that, 15 points a game. The year before that, 19 points a game. The year before that, 2015, we actually averaged 26 a game. Who could have thought? The year before that, 24 points a game. So besides 2015 and 2014, the Giants have averaged pretty much a ridiculously low amount of points per game. Like, it has just been so pitiful. The Giants haven't gotten 20 passing touchdowns since 2019, where we got 30 total between Daniel Jones and Eli. We haven't gotten 20 passing touchdowns since 2019. it's just something that just barely happens. Like if you look at this sub 20 touchdowns from Eli Manning's rookie season, where he had 12 touchdowns, he had one season where he threw 18 touchdowns. Other than that, literally, Eli Manning never had a sub 23. He never had a sub 20 touchdown season. And now we just see this every year. And it looks like you're ahead of me. You're saying Paris Campbell sighting? Paris Campbell in motion across the formation. Did he get a first down? Or are we going to get a first down today? Let's see. Paris Campbell short, and he's going to pick up 5. So he didn't get a first down. Second and 4 coming up. It looks like I fast forwarded a little bit. Saquon in motion. DeVito is going to have to make a decision. Hits a wide open Darius Slayton for a first down. Decent pass protection that time. 2 for 2 for 10 yards. 3 for 3 for 18 yards. DeVito, no incomplete passes. He's pitching a flawless game. First and 10, DeVito is running out. They're running Wildcat. Saquon is running option. Hand off to Breida. Breida's going to pick up 2 yards. Yeah, I just don't understand that either, Chris. Why does Saquon want to be a Giant so bad? I understand the money's there. I understand that. But you kind of feel like if you were able to go to another team and win a Super Bowl and just be like a dynamic player on a perennial contending team, you really, I mean, wouldn't you make almost as much money? And then including the contract? Including the contract that you probably get, which would probably be more than the Giants would pay you, probably would make more money. And that was pass interference right there, but they didn't throw a flag. Bellinger was kind of open there underneath. DeVito hit him, and, Gilmore got there earlier. Like, plain and simple, he got there early. Saquon has been in the league since 2018. And he has gotten to the playoffs one time. And he wants to be back. I don't understand that. Cowboys are just playing this, looks like a cover 4 or cover 2 man. Yeah, cover 2 man shell. Saquon almost gave that ball to the other team, but this will make this a 4th and 5, 4th and 6. And the Giants will punt. Yeah, I mean, it's not going to look good with Saquon playing with a quarterback this bad. He's not going to improve his draft stock. His whatever stock, his free agency stock. But the Giants are going to franchise him anyway. Gillen's finally getting a chance to punt this. And I am completely, Gillen had such a good start to this season where I was just like, I'll eat my words, but he just kind of come back to earth the past 3 weeks. He's been bad, or at the best, okay. But yeah, I just have no idea why he would want to stay. I guess he just is comfortable there. He likes the fans. I mean, we like him too, but it's just, if I'm Saquon, I'm taking more money and I'm taking more success. That's what I would do. But maybe he just really doesn't want to move. I think what I'm going to do, watching these games every week, is I think I'll just do 21 skunk. Is once it gets 21 zip, I just might have to go. That's how you do it in Madden. 21 skunk in the first half. It is what it is. That's over. Cowboys 11-0, averaging 34 a game. the last 11 home games. I've never understood that whole loyalty. I mean, I understand like this team drafted you. You know, they were the first time you had this much money in your account, but I mean, you're Saquon Barkley. You're Saquon Barkley. You got options. I mean, you want to be a great player, so why not try to win? You've already gotten hurt so much. You've been on bad teams with bad offensive lines. It's not like Saquon is going to get Emmitt Smith's record. He's not going to get, any sort of like he's not going to ever be considered the best running back of all time. It's just too late at this point. But he can improve his legacy if he went to another team, and he's the reason why they win two or three Super Bowls or even one Super Bowl. But him being, a good to great running back on a team that doesn't make the playoffs every year, and he doesn't have that signature 1,800-yard season or 2,000-yard rushing season, it just is what it is. I just don't see him getting to that greatness status that he says he wants to get to. And that is definitely delay a game or a timeout. All right. Dallas calls a timeout. Kayvon Thibodeau looked like he was teeing off. I know he's trying to get to his 10 sacks. Hopefully he can get to it today. Because it makes me kind of think like, what if the Giants were to go out and make a big play or something on any time, am I honestly as excited as I normally will be? Because I just know that it's going to be the only big play I'll see probably in the next 4+ games. We got flat on CeeDee Lamb, manned up in the slot. Dak audibling at the line of scrimmage. Brandon Cooks on Deonte Banks. Cordell Flott, he threw it right to him. Dak Prescott threw an interception right to Cordell Flott, and he was about to house it, and he got face masked. I cannot believe that he threw the ball directly to Cordell Flott. He threw it directly to him. And he definitely got face masked, and they didn't throw it, which made it half the distance to the goal. But, I mean, it is what it is. My thing is, can the Giants offense, can they score from the 10-yard line? That's my thing. Are they able to – can they score from the 10-yard line, and can our kicker, whoever it is these days, can they kick a field goal from there? Looks like we might have a shot to put up 3 points to not get shut out for the second time. Because even with your backup and then your backup's backup, even with your third-string guy out there who's a practice squad guy who's probably not going to be in the league going forward, even with that guy out there, you're like, I still don't want to lose 80-0 to a team. You gotta get on the board. But Cordell Flott is cooking right here. He's, he got something going on. Hopefully that can hopefully we can see a touchdown, man. It's just so dull. But he definitely got face masked. I mean, we all saw that clear as day. He got face masked. Usually, sometimes you can get the referee to throw that flag if the player gets up and just is yelling at the top of his lungs that he got grabbed. But Cordell Flott looked like he just didn't care. Can we just run the wishbone with Barkley, Robinson, and Shepard? Yeah. I mean, let's just see. Like I said, I'll be interested to see if we can score from the 10-yard line. I feel like this is just scheme. Not to say oh, they don't know what they're doing if we can't score from the 10-yard line, but I also feel like we should have a play that can allow us to score in the red zone here. Red zone is mostly about mental stuff. So hopefully we can get that done. So we got the ball not at the 10-yard line, but at the 12. Justin Pugh at left tackle. Marcus McKeithen at left guard. John Michael Schmitz, Ben Bredesen, Tyree Phillips. Play action. DeVito's taking a shot, and he almost throws an interception back to the other team. Trying to throw it to Lawrence Cager in the red zone. I mean, he just didn't get enough air under that ball, and it just becomes like he just probably doesn't have the arm talent to do that. And it was just a bad decision. Just a bad decision there. All right, Breida in the backfield. Barkley in the backfield. Barkley running an option with Breida. He's going to try to make something out of nothing. He's going to get 2 yards. And the Giants are already here at 3rd and 8. And just like I said, no way that the Giants are going to get into the end zone here. And will they even be able to kick a field goal successfully? 3rd and 8 coming up. Is Tommy DeVito going to convert on 3rd and 8 against this defense in the red zone? Saquon has 5 carries for 0 yards right now. I'm guessing the 2 yards he just picked up got him back to 0. 30th in the NFL this year for the Giants after being like top 3 or 4 last year. DeVito's taking a shot. DeVito's running. He's running somebody over, and he's going to be about 2 or 3 yards short of a first down. Is Dable going to go for it? Is Dable going to go for it? I feel like you have to go for it only because it's a 4th and 2 now. And also, your offense, how many times is your offense going to get down this close to the red zone against this Dallas Cowboys defense? Like, if this game ends up being won 10-7, it's because you went for it here. Because how many times is this offense going to get down here? Paris Campbell in motion. DeVito is handing it off to Saquon, and he's going nowhere. And, I mean, you just got to live with that. I'm not mad at Dable. You gave it to your best player on offense because Andrew Thomas is on the bench, and he just didn't do it. Cowboys defense was just better. But, again, if you take 3 right there, it is what it is. This is your best chance all game probably to get into the end zone. Mike Kafka is doing cryptocurrency ads now. Like people are paying Mike Kafka to do cryptocurrency ads. That's what I'm saying is like I really think that that's probably the only time today you'll see the Giants in the red zone is if it's from a turnover. So because of that reason, I can't be mad at them. Because if you get that touchdown right there, that could be your only shot at winning the game. Because I just don't like, are you really going to get down into the red zone again? And are you going to hit a big play? Because is DeVito even going to look the 15 yards down the field to throw the ball to Jalen Hyatt? Because I'm sure he's got a leash on. Like, they're just like, throw it to the open guy that's within 10 yards or don't throw it at all. They have the 3rd pick in the draft right now. So, I mean, if they lose out, which is very possible, I mean, I don't understand how many – I don't think they'll really be a threat to many teams. The defense is good. If the defense starts getting takeaways and scoring, we might be the team like I was going to say the Raiders, but we just lost to the Raiders. So we lost that game. Another winnable game was the Patriots. We also played the Commanders again. So those are teams that could really screw up bad enough to where we could win a game just because our defense played that well. But teams like Dallas, teams like Philly, that's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. I mean, Dallas, even against a good defense, they'll get like 17. Like at the very worst, they're going to get 17 points, and the Giants are going to like claw to get 9 points or 10 points, maybe. So you got the Commanders next week. That's a disaster scenario. If the Commanders play horribly, we'll win that game just because of defense, but probably a loss. Same thing with the Patriots. Probably a loss, but possible that we could lose. Then a bye week. Then we play the Packers. Same kind of thing. Possible we could lose, but it will be in a disaster scenario because the offense literally cannot score 13 a game. Then you got the Saints. That should be a winnable game for the Saints. Then you got the Eagles. 0% chance we win. Rams. The offense is just too good. Eagles, same thing. So I can see us losing out pretty clearly. The Cardinals are going to start winning games. They got Kyler Murray back, so I can see the Giants picking at the very worst at their spot right now, which is the third pick in the draft. And I think at the third pick in the draft, you can trade up. And even with the fifth pick in the draft, I think you can trade up. But at 3, I mean, to trade up for one pick, trade up one pick to make a move, I think you can do that. I think you can do it. I'm just thinking that one of the teams in the top 2 are going to be willing to trade, and they will especially be willing to trade if we're picking 3 or 4. And I think the Giants will be picking at least second in this draft because I think they're going to lose out. Dak is going to hit Brandon Cook going across the field. He's going to make a guy miss. Bobby Okereke is going to force him out. Yeah, Cook's got wide open right there. But it's like almost like I'm not watching it. Like it's really like we're just watching an endless loop of preseason games for like the last 4 or 5 years. Yeah, the defense has to be gassed. They'll be out there all day. 1st and 10 for Dallas. They got to snap the ball. They did not snap the ball in time, but they let them do it. Dak is going to throw this. CeeDee Lamb on the sideline. And I think that was Adoree'. Is Adoree' even healthy? Let's see what that was there. That was Cordell Flat. I think Adoree' is injured, like I said. But, I mean, I expect this to happen, man. Like, the defense is only going to hold up so much, and these DBs are young, going against some vet receivers and a vet quarterback. 1st and 10 here. Dak is going to hit. Oh boy, Deonte Banks almost fell down, and I guess he made up for it by getting back up and making the tackle. Who is that? 83. What is he doing? Brooks? I don't know who Brooks is, to be honest with you. Yeah, that's what I thought. Jackson's probably out. I think I know he got hurt last week. 1st and 10 here as Dallas is on the 19. And they just gone down the field so quick. Pollard literally ran through like 4 or 5 people at the line of scrimmage. Now they're inside the 5. Like I said, at 21, Jennifer says she's going to call it a day. At 21, Skunk, I'm calling it a day. And I think we'll probably get there within the next 5 game time minutes, probably the next 15 real time minutes. But at 21 Skunk, I mean, that's when the game's over. The game is already over because I don't see this Giants offense scoring 7 points. But once it's 21 Skunk, it's really over. Unless we get a pick 6 here, I mean, they have 0% chance of winning this game. Hand off to Pollard. Pollard is bulldozing his way to the 1-inch line. Yeah. No more wink. I just can't be mad at Wink. I mean, his defense they have nothing to stand on. They know that their offense is going to go off the field quickly. They're exhausted. Um, when Tyrod was out there, he was able to sustain drives. Like, we were winning time possession. And because we were doing that, the defense was able to come out firing. But we have not been able to sustain drives. And you got a guy wide open. 14-zip, Jake Ferguson wide open in the end zone. Yeah, this game's over. But like I said, I'll stay on 21 till 21's come. The Cardinals are going to win a couple. With Kyler Murray out there, they're going to win. Like I said, the Giants aren't going to win any more games this year. They don't have now. If Tyrod gets back, that's going to be scary. Because if Tyrod gets back, we may be able to beat a team like the Saints or the Packers or the Patriots. Hopefully, Tyrod doesn't come back. Because if Tyrod comes back, he gives us a chance, like with a good defensive performance, to really put up 15 points and win a game. So hopefully they block him from coming back, even though that'll be helpful to him. I just don't want to win any more games. I mean, we've had the way I look at it, like I said, looking at the points per game, starting in 2013 is where I say everything just fell off, because in 2012 we averaged 26 a game. 2013, 18 points a game. 2014, 23 points a game. So basically 24 is 23.8. 26 points per game in 2015. 2016 we averaged 19 points a game. 2017 we averaged 15 points a game. 2018 we averaged 23 points a game. Last year with Eli, then we averaged 21, 17, 15, 21, and then 11. So I just want a team that can score 24 points a game. That's it. Just give me 24 points a game. Like, just give me 24 points a game, and I feel like that gives you like some sort of entertainment factor. And I mean, maybe I'm asking for too much, but I just feel like that's fair. Like, it gives you entertainment. Can we at least average 22, 23 points a game? I mean, because if I take a look at this right now, Miami's averaging 31. So you have how many teams? You have 19 teams averaging over 20 points a game. Green Bay's averaging exactly 20 points per game. So the majority of the league, they're averaging at least 20 points per game, going all the way down to 20, the 20th best team as far as scoring goes. The Giants are averaging 11. The next worst team is New England, and they're averaging 15. So I will sit through this team playing this bad offensively for the rest of the season if it means I can get a quarterback that can give me the 24 points a game. That's all I want. Houston averages 23 points a game. They have a rookie. Just give me that. I'll take it. I'll take it. Let's see. Like, when is the last time we as Giants fans have been able to look at, like, even post games and see highlights that were just like amazing highlights, like on a weekly or bi-weekly basis, where our quarterback is throwing two? We haven't had a week that our quarterback is thrown for 2 touchdowns in 2 weeks in a row. That's something that Authentic talked about, is we haven't had back-to-back seasons of 2 passing touchdowns in a long time. Saquon should have, he's in a bad situation. He can't demand a trade. He's in a bad situation. All right, Giants in the huddle. This is your chance to do something somewhat exciting. You got Jalen Hyatt out there. You wasted his entire rookie season. I believe this dude could have been rookie of the year. I really think like he would have been over the top so much. DeVito's taking off. He's hitting Wandale. Wandale's going to get 5.5. One of the better plays of today. Andrew Thomas is back out there. Are you sure you want Andrew Thomas back out there? He must be okay, but I mean, bubble wrap this dude for the rest of the season, please. Let's see how he looks. He's playing against, I think, Michael Parsons this snap. So playing against Dante Fowler this snap. So he should dominate Dante Fowler if this is a pass rep. And it's not. Saquon had a lane for a second, but he closed up quick. Yeah, I mean, Jalen Hyatt would have, I mean, if he had a quarterback that was just throwing it deep on a consistent basis, he would have, I think he'd be having a really good season. I'm not saying he's like, he would have been a top 5 receiver, but I think he would have been in like a real conversation for Rookie of the Year. Offensive Rookie of the Year. DeVito making some checks at the line of scrimmage. Wandale in motion. DeVito's got to snap it. And I've noticed this. I've noticed this that okay, so the Giants they took that time out. I was about to say that I've noticed that they don't give some quarterbacks or like lesser quarterbacks the benefit of the doubt as far as the play clock goes, getting the snap off. But that time they actually just called a timeout. Michael Parsons is coming off of the right tackle still. Like I said, Fowler is coming off the left tackle. So we'll see if they got to get out of the huddle. We'll see if Andrew Thomas, how he holds up against Dante Fowler this rep. If he doesn't dominate this rep, then he's probably playing hurt, and he should not be out there. If he does dominate, then he's good. Yeah, Andrew Thomas looks good, and the right side of the line didn't look good. And it looks like, I can't tell. I mean, okay, that's Neville Gallimore. Yeah, so the right side of the line collapsed. I think that's Ben Bredesen right there. Ben Bredesen just got bull rushed. And Tommy DeVito has he has worse pocket awareness than Daniel Jones does. Deuce Vaughn just threw a guy on the ground. Like, come on now. All right, 14-zip. 21 skunk is right around the corner, folks. They'll put you out of your misery, and we can all watch other things, enjoy other games, get on with our lives. Because at the end of the day, this is about the Giants' 2024 season at this point. It has nothing. I mean, it has nothing to do with this season. Tommy DeVito out there is literally like throwing a middling college quarterback out there. Do you all remember any plays that Tommy DeVito made in college? Let's see. He went to Syracuse. Syracuse and Illinois. So DeVito threw four touchdowns, 19 touchdowns, 4 touchdowns, 1 touchdown, and then he threw for, in 2022, when he got his big break, he threw for 2,600 yards and 15 touchdowns. So DeVito has not been really a good player on any level of sports. And this isn't me I don't hate Tommy DeVito. I just got to call it like I see it. If he's out there, we got to. If he's out there, we have got to analyze what's out there. because even as a college senior, as a high school senior, Tommy DeVito threw for 2,000 yards and 16 touchdowns. And Tommy DeVito got to go to college. He got to go to college after throwing 16 touchdowns and 2,000 yards in his senior season in high school. So that means that obviously he's better than high school quarterbacks right now. But it means that if you would have gotten a good high school quarterback and brought him to college, let him develop for 5 years and put him in the NFL, that is probably a better quarterback than Tommy DeVito is. 16 touchdowns. I don't think he's ever thrown for 300 yards in his didn't do it in his senior season in high school. Let's see what he did running the ball. Nothing crazy there. Yeah, DeVito had to have I feel like DeVito was just like an intern, and then they just said, "Hey, can you throw the ball?" All right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. DeVito will definitely make sure that we complete the tank. I don't want to see them throw. I don't want to see them throw Matt Barkley out there either. I want them to keep DeVito out there because that guarantees that even with a stupendous performance from our defense, we're going to lose, and we're going to be able to get a quarterback in here that can make something happen. Hand off to Pollard. Pollard is still running. The Giants defense literally came out and put up a good first quarter and just basically ran out of gas because they've been on the field ever since. They got the goal line stand. They got a 3-and-out after the goal line stand, and then they got an interception. And once you're not able to reward the defense for that, first of all, they start to get mentally broken. Second of all, they start to just get tired because they've been out there all day long. And they know for a fact that when they get out there, when they go back and sit on the bench, Michael McFadden just missed another tackle. But when they get out there and get on the bench, Tommy DeVito's not going to score. He's not. It's Tommy DeVito. Does that really put confidence of any level into your defense, knowing a guy, like I said, Tommy DeVito threw for 16 touchdowns as a senior. As a senior, he threw for 16 touchdowns and 2,000 yards. And he played in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 games. So maybe the yardage isn't that bad. But he had a 37-yard game. He had he's not a guy that just puts confidence. And you got a guy, running right, roughshod. Whack Tommy. Please start Bark. Whack Tommy. Yeah, don't start Barkley because Barkley might get us a win. First and goal for Dallas. 14-0 at the 10-yard line. Jake Ferguson in motion. Brandon Cooks in the slot. Dak is running. No one's open. He's running. He's going to throw it up and almost accidentally threw a touchdown to CeeDee Lamb. Oh, yeah. The thing is, we wouldn't get fined for that because, we could just say we just wanted to get DeVito some experience. So we wouldn't get fined for anything like that. But it's obvious. It's obvious that we're tanking. Because they would have gone out and gotten Carson Wentz. If they were really trying to win games, they would have gone out and gotten Carson Wentz. They would have went out and gotten somebody who had experience. Dallas got to snap it. Dak is taking a shot. Brandon Cooks, touchdown, 28. Cordell Flack gave that up. That's it. 21 skunk. Let's kick the field goal. Let's kick the extra point. And we're probably going to wrap this up, folks, because there is no reason for anybody to have to sit through this. Cordell Flott is having a rough game today, but I'll throw the Giants a bone like I did last week. It's 21 skunk now, so I'll throw the Giants a bone and I'll play like overtime rules. Let's see if you can answer. Either way, I can't see myself staying on into the other side of the half, but let's see if the Giants can respond and kick a field goal this next drive. But as soon as the Giants don't do that, I'm probably going to wrap up the stream here. Like I said, let's play overtime rules. But pretty much like I said, how did these dudes get into the NFL? It makes me think like maybe I should have tried to get into the NFL because Tommy DeVito is playing in an NFL game. And this is a guy that went, let's see, he won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He went 6-5 in his senior season of high school, and he threw for 16 touchdowns and 6 interceptions. So 6-5, 16 touchdowns and 6 interceptions as a high school senior. Now, his last season in college, he threw for 2,600 yards in 13 games. He went, wish I can find his win-loss record. I'll just have to find him. But 15 touchdowns in 2022 as a senior in college. So let's look at 2022, and let's see if I can find Syracuse. ACC. Syracuse went 7-6. So not even Syracuse. He went to Illinois. So let's see what Tommy DeVito's record was as a senior at Illinois in 2022. I just got to find these numbers because this is amazing to me that this dude is playing in the NFL game. Like I just can't believe it. Okay, so they went 8-5, so decent record, I guess. 8-5. Tommy DeVito, 2,600 yards, 15 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Tommy DeVito ran for 35 yards that year. Looks like it was just a Chase Brown show. 1,600 yards from Chase Brown, 10 rushing touchdowns, 13 receiving touchdowns. So Chase Brown as a running back only had 2 less touchdowns than their starting quarterback. And that same starting quarterback got to come to New York and play and start multiple games for the Giants. The tank is going great. It's going swimmingly. Sell the team to Bezos. I don't think Mara would ever sell the team. I just don't think the Mara family will ever sell, no matter what. I feel like someone could offer them like $50 billion, which is a lot more than the Giants are worth or any NFL team's worth. I feel like they could offer them something ridiculous like that, and they still wouldn't sell to them because they just love the Giants that much. If Wellington was around, we would be able to we'd be winning a lot. We'd definitely be winning if Wellington Mara was still alive. So what you got, Tommy DeVito? What you got, Tommy D? Let's see. Again, I mean, when the Giants punt or throw an interception and turn the ball over, I will wrap this up. 4 for 7 for 24 yards. And immediately throws it behind Saquon Barkley, covered by his Penn State buddy Michael Parsons and out in the open field. Might have been able to make something happen there. Giants are losing time possession by 7 minutes almost. Yeah, soon soon we're gonna have Kate and Roni Mara running the Giants. They probably will do a better job than John Mara though. And I mean, I like John Mara as a person. I think he really cares. I just don't think he's doing a good job. Obviously, he's not doing a good job. He's the owner, and you see the product that's been out there for the last decade. Jennifer said flea flicker. That was a little bit of a trick play. Maybe you're talking about that, but let's see. Maybe there's a flea flicker this next play. All right. 3rd and 10. Tommy D and the New York Giants. Dallas letting the hounds loose. Tommy D avoids a guy. He's taking off. He's spinning. This dude literally has no shot out there. He wasn't a good high school quarterback. He wasn't a good college quarterback. He's not a good NFL quarterback. They will exactly. They might run this a lot better because they'll know like, oh, maybe I should hire somebody to make some of these decisions. Dallas is trying to block this punt. It looks like, and they came close. And he's actually going to have a good punt. So, guys, I'm going to wrap the stream up right here. The game's over. 21 skunk. We're going by Madden rules. Appreciate y'all for sticking in here. I'm not going to sit up and stream this whole game because we all know the result. We all know what Tommy DeVito is bringing to the table. You guys have a great rest of your Sunday. Maybe check out another game. Maybe finish watching this. But this is just going to be background stuff for me the rest of this game. I probably will make a couple of videos about, individual player performances and just the overall state of the team this week. But, I mean, we know what time it is, guys. It's tank season. It's time to get a quarterback in here so we can stop feeling like this every year for the last forever since 2016. As far as the offense goes. And there you go, Brandon Cooks. I wish Brandon Cooks got to stay on his feet because that would be just an elegant way to end the stream. But I'm going to wrap it up, folks.